You're not just wasting your time, you're wasting your whole life. That sounds heavy, right? But let's be honest for a second. How many times have you lain in bed, phone in your hand, scrolling one more video and then one more, until you suddenly realize it's 1 a.m.? You turn off the screen, the room goes dark, and in those few seconds of silence, a question appears. Today, did I actually do anything for my future? If the answer is probably not much, then this is not just another video to watch for fun. This is a warning. If you keep living like this, you're not just wasting your time. You are slowly, quietly wasting your entire life. And the scary part is, most people don't even notice it's happening until years have passed. There's a secret that people like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Warren Buffett all understand very well. It's not a secret about being born a genius, and it's not about having an IQ of 180. It's something much more practical and much more dangerous to ignore. They manage the signal and the noise in their lives extremely well, and this one idea changes everything. What's interesting is that this secret was explained by someone you may already know from TV, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is a Canadian entrepreneur and investor, known as Mr. Wonderful on shows like Shark Tank and Dragon's Den. He's famous for his blunt, no-nonsense style and tough-love business advice. Before becoming a TV personality, he co-founded SoftKey Software Products, a company making educational software and CD-ROMs. SoftKey later became the Learning Company and was sold to Mattel for over $3 billion. In the early 1990s, Kevin worked directly with Steve Jobs, producing educational software for Apple. Those years gave him a close-up view of how Jobs thought and operated. The experience left such a strong impression that Kevin later said, "Any man or woman who understands and lives by signal versus noise will be successful." So what did he see that was so powerful? Kevin tells a story from that time. His company was making very popular educational CD-ROMs used in over 100,000 schools. When it was time to upgrade one of their biggest titles, he went to Steve Jobs with what sounded like a smart, reasonable plan. He said, "Steve, we need to do market research. We should ask students what they want, talk to teachers, talk to parents. This is a $12–15 million project. We can't just wing it." To most of us, that sounds perfectly logical. You ask the market, you ask the users, you collect data, then you decide. But Steve Jobs didn't see it that way at all. He looked at Kevin and gave him an answer most people would be afraid to say out loud. He said, "Kevin, I don't care what the students want. I don't care what the teachers or parents think. I only care about what I want." Then Steve explained his belief. They don't know what they want until I show it to them. Kevin pushed back and said something like, "Steve, when you talk like that, you sound like an arrogant jerk." But Steve didn't flinch. He just responded with cold logic. "Are you making money working with me? Am I your fastest-growing customer? Are the products we build together wildly successful?" Kevin had to admit that the answer to all of that was yes. Steve closed the conversation with something like, "Then shut up and do what I say." It sounds arrogant, rude, and maybe even toxic, but hidden inside that harsh attitude is a rare way of thinking. Steve Jobs refused to let noise interfere with his signal. His mission came first, and everything that didn't serve it was treated as a distraction. So what exactly are signal and noise? For Steve Jobs, signal was the 3 to 5 most important things he absolutely had to get done during the roughly 18 hours he was awake. It wasn't some 10-year vision printed on a poster. It wasn't a strategy deck he looked at once a quarter. It was brutally practical and focused on today. His question was simple. Today, which 3 to 5 actions, if left undone, would damage my mission, my product, my company, and my future? Those were signal. Everything else was noise. Pointless meetings, off-topic debates, random opinions, and other people's feelings that didn't connect to the mission all fell into the noise category. Steve was willing to be the bad guy if that's what it took to protect his signal. What about Elon Musk? You might not like his personality, his tweets, or his drama. That's fine, but it's hard to deny one thing. His ability to focus borders on insane. For years, he worked 18 to 20 hours a day, splitting his time between Tesla, SpaceX, and other companies. Most of those hours weren't spent looking busy. They were spent attacking the highest impact problems directly. Elon's days are packed with engineering reviews, design decisions, and critical problem solving. That's signal. He tries to eliminate as much noise as possible. His signal-noise ratio is almost like 100% signal, 0% noise. It's not a balanced lifestyle, and it comes with serious personal costs, but it's a big reason he's been able to create things the world once thought were impossible. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, applies signal and noise differently. He has a simple but powerful rule. He does not make important decisions after about 1 p.m. In the morning, his mental signal is strongest. His mind is clear and fresh, and his energy is high. He saves that time for strategic conversations, big decisions, and high-impact thinking. As the day goes on, noise starts to build up. Emails, interruptions, minor problems, and requests pile in. Bezos knows that decision quality drops when noise goes up. So he doesn't force himself to make major choices in the afternoon. That's how he protects his most valuable mental time from getting swallowed by low-value tasks. Then there's Warren Buffett. He doesn't chase every tick of the stock market. He doesn't sit glued to breaking news and headlines. Most of his day is spent reading and thinking. He chooses a small number of companies, studies them deeply, and then makes long-term bets. His signal is learning, reflection, and a few high-quality decisions. For Buffett, noise is all the hype, panic, and excitement other people feel in the markets. He stays calm and he sticks to signal. Fewer moves, but bigger and smarter ones. That's his formula, and it has made him one of the most successful investors in history. Now, let's come back to you. Look at a normal day in your life. You wake up, and the first thing you reach for is your phone. Notifications pop up, messages, social media alerts, new videos, emails. You open Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. You respond to a few chats and watch a few stories. Your brain is already full of noise before the day really starts. Then you go to school or to work. You sit in meetings where you're not sure why you're there. You handle lots of little tasks that feel urgent but aren't really important. You stay busy, but you don't feel like you're actually going anywhere. By evening, you're tired, so you open more videos just to relax. When it's finally time to sleep, you might ask yourself, how much closer did I get to the life I want today? And often, the answer is, not much. That's not because you're stupid or lazy. It's because, if you're honest, your days look like this: 20 to 30% signal, 70 to 80% noise. That is one of the most subtle and dangerous ways to waste your life. You are moving, but you're not progressing. You're expending energy, but not building anything meaningful. Remember this: you also have around 18 waking hours every day, just like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and everyone else. But if you're spending only 3 to 4 of those hours on truly important work and letting the rest disappear into scrolling, chatting, and distractions, you're basically running on a treadmill. You're sweating, you're tired, but you're still in the same spot. From the outside, you look busy. On the inside, you know you're stuck. Steve Jobs aimed for a ratio like 80% of his time equals signal, 20% noise. Elon pushes close to 100% signal. Bezos protects his golden hours so big decisions are made in the clearest part of his day. Buffett chooses a very small set of things to focus on and ignores most of the noise. So here's the real question. What's your signal-noise ratio right now? So how do you stop wasting your life? How do you become someone who actually has a future instead of someone who is just busy but stuck? You don't need a complicated system to begin. You can start with one simple habit. Every morning, before you touch social media, write down the 3 to 5 most important things you must get done that day. Don't write a 20-item to-do list that overwhelms you. Don't pack your day with random tasks that just make you feel productive. Just choose 3 to 5 things, but they have to meet 3 conditions. They directly connect to your goals for the next 6 to 12 months. They move you forward in a real way if you do them, and you'll feel genuinely bothered at night if you don't do them. These are your signal tasks. For example, if your goal is to improve your English so you can get a better job, a signal task might be 60 minutes of serious listening and speaking practice. That means shadowing, recording yourself, correcting your mistakes with no phone distractions. Noise is watching English learning clips for an hour but never opening your mouth to speak. One moves you forward, the other just makes you feel busy. If your goal is to increase your income, a signal task might be 2 hours of freelance work, building a portfolio, learning a new skill, or creating content that builds your personal brand. Noise might be spending the same 2 hours watching other people flex their money and success online, then feeling bad about yourself. The time is the same, the outcome is completely different. If your goal is a healthier body, Signal is 45 minutes of real, focused training. You actually do the workout. Noise is spending an hour watching fitness videos and saving dozens of exercises without doing any of them. The difference is not knowledge. The difference is signal. Next, do what Jeff Bezos does. Identify your golden hours. Ask yourself, when during the day am I most awake, most focused, and least likely to be interrupted? Maybe it's 6 to 8 a.m. before the world wakes up. Maybe it's 8 to 10 p.m. when things quiet down. Maybe it's a window in the middle of the day when you can shut the door and concentrate. Pick 1 to 2 of those time blocks and reserve them for signal only. In those blocks, you turn off notifications, put your phone away, and close social media tabs. You don't respond to every small message. You don't jump between tasks. For those hours, you behave like the high-signal version of yourself. You don't need 18 hours like Elon Musk. Even 2 to 3 truly focused hours can change your life over time. You might be thinking, this sounds good, but I don't want to live like a robot. I still need fun, friends, and family. And you're right. You don't have to become the next Steve Jobs. You don't have to work 18, 20 hours a day. Balance matters. Rest matters. Joy matters. But you need to understand one thing very clearly. When you let noise take over your best hours, you are throwing away your future with your own hands. No one is saying you should quit Netflix, games, social media, or hanging out with friends. You don't have to become a monk. What you do need to do is change the order. Signal first, noise later. You earn your distractions instead of living inside them. For example, you want to watch a movie? Great. Watch it after you finish your main study session or complete the crucial part of your project. You want to play games? Fine. Play after you've done your 2-hour deep work block. You want to scroll TikTok? Sure. Scroll for 20 to 30 minutes as a conscious reward, not as a default behavior that eats every free minute. Try a small experiment, a 7-day Don't Waste Your Life challenge. On day 1, write down what you do all day in 30-minute blocks. Don't lie to yourself. At the end of the day, go through each block and label it as signal or noise. Don't judge, just be honest. You might be shocked by what you see. Then, from day 2 to 7, start every morning by writing down your 3 to 5 signal tasks. Put them into your golden hours. Protect those hours as if they were a meeting with your future self. Gradually cut down the unconscious noise. Less mindless scrolling, less drama, less fake busy work. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be better than yesterday. After 7 days, your life won't be completely transformed, but something will feel different. You'll notice a small but powerful feeling: progress. Real progress, not the illusion of movement. That feeling is more satisfying than losing 2 hours to random videos you won't even remember. And once you taste it, you'll want more. Here's the truth. Successful people and unsuccessful people both get the same 24 hours. Kevin O'Leary, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, none of them have a single extra minute compared to you. The difference is not time. The difference is signal and noise. They have less noise and more signal. That's it. Every morning you wake up, you're standing at a crossroads. One path is the path of noise, notifications, endless scrolling, other people's priorities, and a life that feels busy but empty. The other path is the path of signal, clear priorities, protected time, and daily actions that actually build the future you want. No one can walk that path for you. No app can live your life for you. It's just you and how you choose to use your 18 waking hours. So, right after you finish this video, don't immediately open another one. Don't let the algorithm decide what you see next. Pause for 1 minute. Open the Notes app on your phone or grab a piece of paper and write down, "Today, what are the 3 most important things I must get done?" If you truly don't want to waste your life anymore, start with those 3 things. Do them before everything else. Let your day revolve around them. And if you want more signals that wake you up in the middle of all the noise out there, stay with this channel. Every video here is a small reminder of one simple truth: don't waste your life.